Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Charlie Kirk is an American conservative activist, commentator, and author best known as the founder and president of Turning Point USA, TPUSA, a nonprofit organization focused on promoting conservative values among young people, especially on high school and college campuses. Early life and background. Charlie Kirk was born on October 14, 1993, in Arlington Heights, Illinois, and grew up in the Chicago suburbs. He became politically active as a teenager, particularly after volunteering for local Republican campaigns. While still in high school, he wrote an essay for the Breitbart News in 2012 criticizing perceived liberal bias in schools, which helped him gain national attention. Kirk briefly attended Baylor University, but decided not to pursue a traditional college path. Instead, at the age of 18, he founded Turning Point USA, which quickly grew into one of the most prominent conservative youth organizations in America. Turning Point USA and activism. Founded in 2012, Turning Point USA aims to educate students about free markets, limited government, and individual liberty. The group is known for its strong social media presence, campus chapters across the U.S., and large annual events such as the Student Action Summit. Under Kirk's leadership, TPUSA has become influential in conservative politics, gaining support from major Republican figures and donors. Kirk also launched initiatives such as Turning Point Action, a political advocacy arm; Turning Point Faith, focused on church outreach; Turning Point Academy, educational initiatives with private schools and homeschooling communities. Media career and public role. Kirk is a frequent guest on conservative media outlets like Fox News, and he hosts The Charlie Kirk Show, a popular daily podcast and radio program covering politics, culture, and current events from a right-wing perspective. He has written several books, including Time for a Turning Point, 2016, The MAGA Doctrine, 2020, The College Scam, 2022, Political Views and Influence. Kirk is a strong supporter of former President Donald Trump and has been deeply involved in mobilizing young conservative voters. He advocates for limited government and deregulation, strong border security, pro-life policies, free market capitalism, opposition to woke culture, and left-wing influence on campuses. Kirk has also been a controversial figure, often criticized by opponents for promoting culture war politics, conspiracy theories, and polarizing rhetoric. Personal life. Charlie Kirk married Erica Franciv, a former Miss Arizona USA and fellow conservative activist, in 2021. The couple welcomed their first child in 2023. Early life and education. Charlie Kirk was born on October 14, 1993, in Arlington Heights, Illinois, and grew up in Prospect Heights. His father worked as an architect and his mother was a homemaker. Raised in a middle-class family, Kirk attended Wheeling High School, where he became politically aware in his teenage years. In high school, he volunteered for the campaign of U.S. Senate candidate Mark Kirk, no relation, in 2010. By his senior year, he had begun writing and speaking publicly about what he saw as liberal indoctrination in schools. His essay for Breitbart News in 2012, arguing that left-wing professors dominated college campuses, gained attention among conservative activists. He was briefly accepted into Baylor University, but he chose not to attend, instead dedicating himself to full-time political activism at the age of 18. Founding of Turning Point USA, 2012. In 2012, Kirk founded Turning Point USA, TPUSA, with the mission of promoting limited government, free markets, and conservative values among young Americans. Initially, the group started small, But with Kirk's energy and media savvy, TPUSA rapidly expanded. Key milestones: 2012 to 2015. TPUSA established its first campus chapters and developed a strong social media presence with memes and viral content. 2016. The group became a major player in conservative student activism during Donald Trump's presidential campaign. 2018-2019, TPUSA grew to over 1,000 chapters nationwide, hosting major events like the Student Action Summit in Florida, which attracted top conservative speakers. Media and public career: Kirk positioned himself as both a campus organizer and a public commentator. He became a frequent guest on Fox News and other conservative outlets. In 2019, he launched The Charlie Kirk Show, a podcast and radio program that became widely popular among young conservatives. His commentary covers politics, economics, religion, and cultural debates, often taking a hard-line stance against what he calls radical leftism and woke culture. Relationship with Donald Trump: Charlie Kirk is one of the most vocal supporters of Donald Trump in the conservative youth movement. He served as an advisor to Trump's 2020 re-election campaign, helping organize student outreach. TPUSA frequently hosted members of the Trump family, including Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, and Lara Trump, as keynote speakers. Kirk promoted Trump's America First agenda, focusing on border security, trade protection, and cultural conservatism. Books: Kirk has written several books, which expand on his political philosophy. Time for a Turning Point, 2016, outlined his vision for young conservatives and the future of the Republican Party. The MAGA Doctrine, 2020, explained Donald Trump's populist movement and argued it was a new conservative philosophy. The College Scam, 2022, critiqued higher education in the U.S., claiming that many colleges exploit students and push leftist ideology. Political views and controversies: Kirk is known for his outspoken style, which has generated both admiration and controversy. Core views: strong pro-Trump stance and promotion of populist conservatism. Opposition to illegal immigration, with advocacy for strict border control. Pro-life and pro-family policies. Free market capitalism and opposition to socialism. Criticism of higher education, arguing it misleads students and leaves them in debt. Criticism and controversy: accused of spreading conspiracy theories about elections and COVID-19. Criticized by opponents for inflaming political polarization and using culture war rhetoric. At times, he has faced backlash even within conservative circles for being too combative or controversial. Personal life: Charlie Kirk married Erica Franciv in 2021. Erica is a Christian entrepreneur, podcaster, and former Miss Arizona USA. She shares many of his religious and conservative values. The couple had their first child in August 2023. Kirk is also a practicing Christian, frequently tying his political beliefs to his faith. He has emphasized the importance of Christianity in American public life and has launched Turning Point Faith, a branch of TPUSA dedicated to engaging churches. Legacy and influence: still in his early 30s, Charlie Kirk has already become one of the most recognizable figures in modern American conservatism. His influence can be seen in the growth of TPUSA into a multi-million-dollar national organization, his role in shaping the views of young conservatives, his strong alignment with Trump-era republicanism, making him a voice of the next generation of right-wing activism. Whether praised as a dynamic youth leader or criticized as a divisive firebrand, Kirk remains a central figure in the culture wars shaping American politics.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye. Rip the legend.